Hey guys, I'm Jordan and I'm pretty.
And I'm Francesca, and I'm funny, and welcome back to Pretty Funny Pod.
It's episode 4.
Oh, yeah, we're rolling along.
Rolling along.
I have some bad news for you.
Oh God.
I went to Solid Core again.
I thought you were going to say you met up with your crush that you
Oh, my
were
God, no.
texting
No,
last week. I was like,
wait,
red alert, red alert.
I don't think I ever told you, but I got so many texts over the past 2 weeks being like, who is it? Who were you texting? And it's so funny. And people kept guessing the same person that Sam guessed. And I'm like, who do you guys think I am? That
Yeah.
honestly worries me a little bit more about like what you guys think of me.
Yikes.
Yeah.
I
But
didn't guess that person. I guessed a different person.
I guess you know what's going on with the first person, so that I would have been offended if you guessed that person. Like,
True.
so I've been getting a lot of texts about that, a lot of disapproving texts, a
Of
couple
course.
emojis, like um,
So basically you have a lot of good
bad
friends.
choices. Yeah, but it's fine because nothing happened. It was just that one day or two of little like flirtsies, and then poof into the air.
So your actual bad news was that you went to Solid Core.
Yeah, I went to solid core, and it's bad news for my body because I'm in a lot of pain. I'm also exhausted, and I'm supposed to go again tomorrow, and I can't do it.
Back to back,
Um, yeah, back to back. I'm trying to use. I have like
your
free
membership.
free class pass credits that run out tomorrow,
Hmm.
so
Oh,
that class is expensive. But I am becoming a part of that cult that we talked about in the last episode with
yeah.
from the SNL skit.
The Fit
But I
Girl cult.
also have bad news for you guys because you have to be next to me with abs this summer. So,
Honestly, that is bad news for me because I didn't make it to the gym once this week because I had so much fucking shit to do for
yeah, you were
work.
busy this week. You were booked, busy, ready to go. A booked and busy girl. We love that.
I don't think I've had this busy of a week in a minute, and it was crazy.
Yeah,
Literally,
Jordan and I were supposed to film yesterday, and she was like, okay, we have like 45 minutes. 'Cause I have to go to this party for this like event she was at. So I was like, why don't you just go and let me know how it is? And then look at her Instagram story, and this girl's taking shots. And I'm like, you said it was a networking event.
well, guess who was giving me the shot? The chef. So I can't say
Okay,
no to a shot from a chef that I want to do the social media for. So
that's true. You really can't.
she was literally like pouring mezcal into people's mouths
It was
directly. It was
mezcal
amazing.
shots.
Oh yeah. So
Oh,
I told her I was like half C's please, and then thank God I had a pisco sour in my other hand as my chaser because a straight mezcal shot that's
no.
like a fire in my mouth,
Yeah.
smoky.
No, that's a lot. I did one of those once, and it was a two sipper, and it
It's
barely
too
got down.
super.
It almost came back up, actually,
Yikes!
but
First
it's
of all,
fine. But tell me about it. I didn't hear. I want to hear about all your networking and all the cool people you met.
the networking went really well. I met a lot of foodie bloggers from Miami, which is really nice. I met a lot of chefs and restaurant owners, new restaurants coming to town from New York, which is exciting. More concepts to come, and then some local chefs as well. I'm
Sorry,
sorry, am I boring you? Was that a yawn coming on? Mm.
I was gonna sneeze, and I didn't know what was worse if I let it happen and sneeze it on camera, or if I just tried to stop it. So I tried to stop it.
It's fine. I know
I'm
I'm
so glad
carrying
this is on
on.
video, so I can finally see what I look like when I'm gonna sneeze.
Yeah, I'm sure you were really wondering for a while.
I was. You're like Dorit, and I'm Andy Cohen with
Yeah.
the "Am I boring you?" Because every time she
Yeah,
starts talking, he starts yawning, and it's become a thing
literally.
now. It's so funny. But anyway, please
I
go on. I'm so sorry. I'm
so
interested.
basically all this networking was so much fun, and the hospitality industry is a blast, and basically it turned into a big twerk fest. Like I would just like to actually talk about the amount of messages I received this week talking about how I'm a dumbass for not knowing Tupperware was Tupperware. And
Have you gotten a lot of those
messages,
messages?
people being like, "Are you serious?" Also, so many roasts for pastimes.
Oh, we've been getting roasted for pastimes.
They were like,
It
so
seems
many of
like
my friends were like, "Are you guys okay?" Because together,
I
maybe not.
fear, I fear we're the only two people that didn't know that.
Honestly, based on the amount of outpouring of messages I got, I think we are the only two that didn't know that. So,
Wow. Um, the other day,
mhm.
Jordan and I got caught gossiping.
Oh my God,
And
this was so embarrassing.
and I feel like this, like, this podcast is about like talking shit with your best friends, which, we tend to do a lot in person, over text, on podcast videos. And I feel like a lot of people can relate to this. But,
Hmm.
Jordan and I were out with some people and we were talking about something. I can't get too specific, but we were
Hmm.
talking about a certain situation, we can call it. And Jordan goes, "Oh my God, where did I just hear someone talking about XYZ?" And this girl, when you're like sitting across from your friend and you're like, and you're trying to like make eye contact with her and like shake your eyes, no, not your head, so that like they can't tell, and you're like a little frozen statue with like this awkward smile.
Francesca was so smooth with it, where I literally think she was just staring at me like this, like, but her eyes seemed to be glaring without actually glaring. Like I
Literally.
could tell the energy was off. And then I must say, I was so good
Oh, you
at
pivoted
diverting that.
so hard. You pivoted like a champ. I actually thought you pivoted so hard that I wasn't sure you knew what I was talking about. Like, I wasn't sure you were actually talking about the same thing.
I was like, oh no, actually, no, I was just talking to so and so in Miami.
And literally later on, the only reason I found out that she did know what we were talking about was because she wrote it down on a piece of paper when no one was looking, flashed it to me, and the two of us started dying. And I was like, "You were talking about that, you piece of shit." I was like, "You fucking idiot. You almost got us caught."
Okay, the moral of this situation
Is
is
don't
that
gossip.
don't
That
gossip,
No, that's such a lie. Gossiping is my pastime.
but also
I
remember
said
in
it.
detail the gossiping you're doing, because I couldn't
Oh yeah.
remember. Like we gossiped about this for a minute and then this person brought up this topic and I was like, where did I just hear that? And then I'm
I know.
like, dumbass,
It
like
was
gave
so
myself away.
painful.
But pivoted so hard
Yeah,
that
no. You
I
pivoted
I
like a champ.
picked up the ball and kept running with it. Okay, so I was at the mall yesterday. Aventura Mall, cruising. I was cruising through that mall like it was my job. Like I had a mission and I was walking with, intensity, so much so that like a few people were like kind of like shifting out of the way because they were
Where's
like,
Bigfoot going now?
not sure that was the thought, but thanks for that. Might have been. Might have fucking been. Didn't come to
the
mind.
the whole floor is shaking.
Okay.
It's the New York earthquake.
Me and the Aventura Mall. No, I was walking with speed gracefully, but whatever. And this woman comes up to me and she was like, "Oh my God, hi, do you speak English?" And I was like, "Yeah, how can I help?"
I'm great at it.
She was like, "I just was stopped by your energy." And I was like, "Oh my God, like, tell me more?" And she's like, "I see big things for you. Can I tell you I'm a median and I want to read for you right now?" And I was like, I've been wanting this experience for a long time, for a true like medium to like read me and be
Yeah.
like, your grandmother's coming through, because
Yeah.
I would honestly like be in a
A
puddle of
puddle.
tears if I could talk to my grandmother or hear something from her. But anyways, it wasn't that. She said, "I see big things for you. I see a huge opportunity in LA." So then
Maybe she's
I thought,
talking to me through you.
no, I know. Then I thought, oh, well, Francesca was just talking about me, running away with her to LA to like live our lives there and leaving Tom here to like deal with whatever. I'm
I
like,
am a huge opportunity.
I'm
Can't
like,
can't lie.
she's not wrong. She's not wrong. So I said, tell me more. I'm like,
Yeah.
what is this? Like, could this be real? And then she goes, "You've been really confused about love. You haven't been able to find a partner." I was like, wrong. Just got married in June.
Bet
and,
you're
then,
wrong.
and then I was like, what's next? She basically ended up scamming my ass. She was like, I was just like, tell me more. Tell me more. Because I was like very
Yeah.
curious what she was going to read for me or whatever. And then she was like, there's an important person in your life with the letter J. They're thinking about you sexually right now. And I was like, okay, that was kind of weird. Oh, kind of a weird
Is it
thing to say.
yourself?
And I was like, my name starts with a J. I think I'm hot. No, but then she was like, you want to hear more? And I was like, what else do you have for me? You know? And she was like, come with me. Come with me. I have an office right over here. And I was like, oh, you're just a little scammer trying to get me to come into your office.
Honestly,
And
well played by her.
I know. I thought she needed directions. She scammed me. I mean, there could be an opportunity that I might be, you know, abandoning my life briefly in Miami just to like run off to LA with Francesca for just a little bit.
Well, I have to get to LA first. No one's there.
Sometime in the new year. Sometime in the later of this year.
Sometime, hopefully ever.
Maybe there was a sign. I did this story mostly for you because I know you want me to run away to LA with you. So
Thank you. So you're just giving me hope just to crush it
I don't know.
with your second big toe.
Here we go with the toes. Shall I just tell the story of me stepping on my own toe and get it out of the way? Because I know you're going to bring it up.
Please. This is quite possibly my favorite story about Jordan ever. The first time that I heard the story, I think I fell off my bed. I could not breathe. There was silence and my face was red. I was laughing so hard.
You know it so well. Maybe you should tell it.
Okay.
I would love to hear your rendition.
So Jordan and her little big feet were stomping around New York on a hot summer's day.
Oh my God. Is that the scene?
And she's wearing these like cute little shorts with a little top and some sandals. So one thing about Jordan's feet, and this is why she'll do so well on Foot Finder, is her second toe is just a bit longer than her big toe. And by a bit, I mean maybe a couple centimeters.
Oh my God. Thank God you gave me that. I thought you were going to call it a half inch.
I thought about it. But then I was trying to, honestly, not far off. So anyway, Jordan was like talking with her friends, walking down the street, and she kind of does this like trip motion. And then she just screams. And her friends look back and they're like, what? And they call her Ginger. So they're like, Ginger, what is it? And she's like, ah, like screaming bloody murder. And she goes, I just stepped on my own toe. This girl's toe curled over the front of her sandal. And she was walking with the same foot, not her left foot stepping on her right toe, her right foot stepping on her right toe. She crunched, just broke that nail straight off.
It was horrible. This is how it happened because it's not like my toe just usually hangs off the front, but I had a little slippy because my foot got a little sweaty in my sandal and my foot slid to the front of of the shoe. And because my second toe is a little longer than the rest, it just slipped off the front. As I was stumbling, I crunched. It slid under the shoe and I literally, the front of the shoe, and I crunched on my own toe.
Oh, man.
And though, my two besties that witnessed this, I think they actually peed themselves laughing because they were like, only you to step on your own toe with the same foot. Not with the other foot.
Not the other foot. The money I would have paid to have been there.
I was like screaming. It killed.
Yeah, I missed a milestone
in my life.
In our friendship, and I wasn't even there. Yeah, I imagine that'd be pretty painful.
Yeah.
Also, I'm surprised you held your balance and didn't go flying forward.
Me freaking too, because I have fallen over much smaller things than my toes. So I'm shocked I get my balance. But it has been an ongoing joke in my life that my toes are basically like second hands. So
she just picks things up and puts them down with her toes.
Yeah, it's just a special talent. One of my many.
I mean, listen, it makes you who you are. I have a fun little update.
Let's hear it.
My mother is back. She's back home. And for those of you that don't know, I lived with my mom. She just recently in January moved down to Sarasota, so I have the apartment to my own myself. It's the first time I've ever lived alone, and like it has really been amazing. Like I love being alone. And the problem is I love being alone so much that I have stopped going out and have become so unsocial. But I
Yeah.
digress. My mom came home last night with my dog, so like, I get to see my little poopsie. Um and if you don't know my dog, his name is Bailey. Go look it up on my Instagram. He's perfect. Um anyway, I was sitting there last night and I was just trying to watch some Vanderpump Rules, like mind my own business, you know?
Mhm.
My mom drove in. So she, that day specifically, had called me 7 times. And that's not
Oh
an
God.
exaggeration. She called me 7 times. And she kept trying to have these little conversations. And I was like, stop talking to me.
I'm
Like,
gonna have to talk to you when you get here.
exactly. I was like, you'll see me when you get here. For the next
Yeah.
month, you'll be here. We can catch up on everything later. No, she called me 7 times. I at one point started hanging up. Like she was trying to call me that she was close because she needed me to like come help her with bags and
Yeah.
stuff. So then she starts going off on this tangent, and I literally go, "Mom, I need to blow dry my hair before you get here, so I'm hanging up." She was, oh, and that was the 7th time she called me. In my actually, that was the sixth. She called me one more time after when she got home. And I was like, "You need to give me a break." So then so we're sitting on the couch, whatever, like watching some Vanderpump Rules. Now, I don't know if
Okay.
you remember, but like whenever my mom watches Bravo with me, she gives her opinions on things. But
Yeah.
it angers me to a
Yeah.
level I cannot explain because she knows nothing about the background of the characters. So like she's watching like Vanderpump Rules and she's watching Tom and she's like, so what? Everybody cheats, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, you don't understand how intense and like how big Scandival was. And then she's like, I think Ariana's being a crybaby. And I'm like, well, she didn't say that, but honestly, she's not far off. But, and I'm just like, it's not like, don't know any of the background. Like she's so
Yeah.
on Tom Schwartz's side with like Katie and Tom Schwartz. And I'm like, but he was literally like a loser of a husband. She's like, well, she should have left it and like it's her fault for picking him. And I'm like, no, it's not. Like that's not how things work.
She needs to
Like,
see the episode when Tom Schwartz throws the
oh,
drink in
oh,
Katie's face.
they played a replay of it and he goes, did he hit her? And I go, no, he just threw a drink on her. And she goes, oh, okay. And she goes, you know what? I just have a soft
What?
spot. She goes, I just have a soft spot for Tom Schwartz. Like I can't explain it. And like I get that because I do too. But
That's
I
his toxic trait. He
know it is.
somehow is able to get people to have a soft spot for him, even in situations where he's throwing an
Yeah.
alcoholic beverage in his girlfriend's face.
Yeah. Like I don't know. He's great at that. But I'm
Okay.
still on Katie's side in that marriage 100%. Like
Yeah,
he
yeah,
was useless in that marriage and I get why Katie's like being annoyed about it. Anyway, we're sitting there. I'm watching Vanderpump and she is just talking at me at this point. Like just I don't know what she was saying. She was just chit-chatting away and I'm really trying to watch my TV. And then my dog is sitting right on top of me and he has one of his squeak toys and he's just squeak 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 squeak.
Oh
And I
my
had one of those
God.
out of body moments where I looked around and I was like, it is so loud in here. I'm not alone.
Yeah.
Like there was so
I
much noise.
hate that feeling. I hate that feeling. I would have probably got up and went in my room and shut the door, or I would have probably just been like, I'm going on a walk and just like
I
ran away.
I just started laughing and she was like, "What?" And I was like, "You both will not stop talking to me or making noise while I'm trying to watch my show." Like I've been alone for 4 months. You got to give me a day to get used to it.
What did your mom say? Was she just like,
She's
let's talk about it?
no, she started laughing. She started laughing. Then she was like, "Okay, Chloe," because every time I say
Oh,
anything,
right.
she calls me Chloe Kardashian, and she's like, even when she's wrong, I'll something I did. She's like, "Okay, Chloe," because Chloe makes fun of her mom all the time. So we're in for it for the next month. I mean,
We got
yeah,
to get more Denise updates because Denise has hot takes. Like they are hot takes
they
most of
are
the
hot
time.
takes. I know. Sometimes I'm literally just like, I can't speak to you about these things with Bravo. I'm like, we can't, we just can't coexist. You can't watch
Francesca
Bravo with
takes
me.
Bravo very seriously and very
Big deal.
personally, so you can't just like chime in when you don't know what's going on.
No, especially if you're so wrong, I will get so angry.
Yeah. I've been the victim of that before.
Yeah. Well, and then
Also,
my mom does this thing where she's like, well, it's my opinion. I'm like, no, it's not an opinion. You don't have any of the facts.
yeah.
Like, it's not an opinion. You're just incorrect. And she's like, no, it's my opinion. And you can't say my opinion is wrong. Like she always does that. Oh my God. Ah, drives me crazy.
That's her superpower.
No, seriously.
It's basically the
She could have
only
been a
way you can
lawyer.
say that you're right
Yeah.
in the situation
She does it all the time. She'll never be wrong.
and not admit that you're wrong.
She'll never be wrong. And I promise you, when she listens to this podcast, she'll tell me I'm okay being wrong. I'll admit when I'm wrong. Guarantee. I hope you're laughing right now because you know I'm right.
I love your mom. She's honestly hilarious. And I think it's great that she gives it to you because, you know, I think
Someone
you need
has
it.
to. Somebody has
Someone
to.
has to.
She would be great on TV. We got to get her on
Yeah.
TV. Well,
We got to get her on the pod.
I know how we're going to get her on TV.
Golden Bachelorette?
No, just the normal Bachelor, Jordan.
Oh. Oh. I was going to say, can we go ahead and submit both of you?
I did think about submitting my mom to the Golden Bachelor, and there was so many questions. I got through
Really?
freaking out. Oh my God, there was like 4 pages of questions, and I was like, she doesn't even want to go. I'm not doing it.
I don't think she would actually go on.
No, she would never.
But you know who would?
Franny cakes.
Francesca.
Except not the Golden Bachelor.
Okay, here's the thing. When you get cast for The Bachelor, what is going to be your thing when you get out of the limo?
For some background, Jordan submitted me to the Bachelor the other day. So when you guys see me on your TV screens or you just see me gone for like 2 weeks, don't ask questions.
Francesca was like, I'm too short to be on The Bachelor. You're not going to be able to get me on. And I'm like,
Yeah.
The cast this past season had a lot of girls from different heights, different ethnicities, different shapes, sizes, all the things. So I think that Bachelor Nation has been demanding some diversity. So
I wouldn't
even
say
though
I'm
you're a
diverse.
white blonde girl,
I wouldn't say diverse is my strong suit.
she's
but
5'3".
I am short.
I mean,
I have that going for me, I guess. Yeah, 5'3", but I give off 5'5", and that's the difference.
She does. When we were submitting her for The Bachelor, it asked you for your height and
No,
weight.
if they're
and
listening, you can't tell them we lied.
And I wanted to see if Francesca wanted me to add an inch, but I didn't.
We did think about
We kept it real.
I did want her to add an inch. Like I could pass for 5'4". Everyone thinks I'm 5'5".
Yeah. Yeah.
Think they
I'm
put a
6 foot
measuring
with my
tape to
second
you?
toe.
Pain.
Okay, coming out of the Bachelor limo.
Okay,
If you get cast for this show,
I know. I
you
have
need to be
no idea
prepared.
what to do. I've thought about this before. A lot, actually. More than I would like to admit. And the thing is, I want to make it to hometowns because I want a chance to be the
Yeah.
Bachelorette. Naturally. And so I
Jen's
have
the
to be
Bachelorette,
normal.
and she did not make it to hometowns.
Okay, but that's like there's like 2 people that have done that.
Okay, just saying.
But she made it to like what, top 5, top 6?
Yeah.
Okay, so I still gotta make it far. And the people that make it far don't do weird shit.
No, that's not true. That's not true because Kelsey, who won the entire thing, did some funny shit during the season.
But I mean, when they come out of the limo, they are normal.
She had a voodoo doll of Joey.
Oh my God, she won?
And she kissed it and she said, "Did you feel that?"
Oh, okay.
She's from New Orleans, so it like made sense.
Okay, so that makes sense. So what, should I just bring a piece of pizza? Be like, you want a bite?
Bring one single
Wanted to
spaghetti
bring
with
you my
red
family's food.
sauce. Bring a single piece of spaghetti and red sauce and be like, "Lady Trinket."
My name's Francesca, and I'm Italiana. Would you like to share the spaghetti with me?
And you bring lunetta's from New York. You bring
I
lunetta's.
think the little
penne
baby,
vodka.
yeah, the penne noodle. I'm like, let's split the penne. I'll come out with a full Italian accent. I actually don't know an Italian accent. Hi, Joey.
Okay, we're gonna pass on that. Oh, that was embarrassing.
We're gonna work on that. I'll just be like, I'm Francesca. No, okay.
Honestly,
we got to work on it.
I think that you should do some things surrounded by food. You should be like coming out with like a tasting or something. You
With
should
a Big
be like,
Mac,
"This is the Feast of the Seven Fishes for my Christmas dinner with my family. Here's
which
a bite
you will
of
be
each."
at next year.
Yeah. That would be actually so sick if you had like a moose bouches, like little one biters of each course. And you're like, this is what you could have a bite of if you were in my life.
Hi, Joey. My name's Francesca. Nice to meet you. Food's really important to my family. We're Italian, and Christmas Eve is one of the biggest nights, so I want to give you a taste, literally, and then I pull it out of under my skirt. No, all the food is hiding under my skirt. I'm like a taste
Not
of
that
what
kind
it
of
would
taste.
what it'd be like to be a family, part of my family, and then I just stuff it in his mouth. Laura's gonna have to cook for me.
This is getting sexual.
I'll just bring Laura. I want to give you a taste of what the favorable family is like. Here's the cook. Here's the
Laura,
chef.
by the way, just so everyone knows, is Tom's mother, Francesca's aunt.
She is the light of our lives. But when she met one of my ex-boyfriends for the first time, she made a bunch of food for all of us. And he walked in, we walked in, and we were like, hi, nice to meet you. And she's like, you gotta sit down, you gotta sit down. You have to eat my food. You have to taste my food. And like, she's a great cook. So like the food's good. But
Yeah.
she had like a sausage, peppers, onions. She also had some meatballs, like some sauce, whatever, everything. She tells him to sit down, makes him a whole plate. I had to go make my own plate. But she sits right next to him. She starts grabbing his food and making the perfect bite. She's like, try it, and like feeding it to him. My boyfriend at the time was like, it's so good. And he loved the food. He
was
loved
thrown
the food.
off, but also loved it.
But he was like, do I like this? I think so. Like, I'm being fed and it's really good. But he was in that house for about 2 minutes before she was putting food directly into his mouth.
That mindset sounds like a dog that's getting fed table scraps. Like, you're like, this is weird. Do I like this? This is good.
So that's what I'm going to bring as my limo entrance.
Honestly, I think it would be genius. I really do.
Yeah. Oh, I'm going to make it to Hometowns. That food alone, he's going to be like, I got to get another bite.
That would be the funniest entrance. Imagine you bring Laura.
That's my aunt.
She feeds him a meatball to the face. I don't even know who the Bachelor is going to be, but I can
we haven't met him
see
yet.
it now. You know, I know.
My hope is that Jason Tardik goes back on The Bachelor.
Oh.
He's, okay. Everyone.
Is that Caitlin's ex?
Yes. Everyone thought that I was not weird, but like nobody agreed with me when he was on Becca's season. I was in love with this man. In love with this man for literally no reason. Actually, so many reasons. That's not true. But like, I thought he was so hot. He was so my type. He was still in that like weird, like kind of greaser looking where he hadn't figured out his hairstyle yet. And it was always with gel. And he was like a finance bro. So he was like always like dressed up. Like I don't even like finance bros, but I like him.
This is a specific type.
No, it's the greaser vibe. And I was like, he's so hot. And he was from Buffalo. And another thing you guys need to know about me is that my dream man is from Buffalo. I have told so many people, I want to marry a man from Buffalo. I can't explain it to you. I just, and this is before I was in love with Josh Allen. So, because he wasn't even drafted yet. So like, you know, like it's this Buffalo obsession has run deep in my past relationships. And so we're past crushes. I've never actually dated a man from Buffalo, unfortunately for me. Yeah. But anyway, so I was so in love with this man, and everyone was like, what? I don't understand. Like, why are you like in love with Jason? Obsessed. He got kicked off. I was bawling my eyes out watching TV. I literally there's a picture of me somewhere just crying. I sent a Snapchat when he got sent off. And then he had this like crazy glow up. Then he started dating Caitlyn, and I was obsessed with Caitlyn. She was my favorite bachelorette. Yeah. I was like, I love them as a couple. Oh my God. But I've still always been like secretly in love with him. And now they broke up. And we, in fact, have DM'd a few times, except it was just, I know, right? But it was just about his dogs.
Okay. So open the conversation back up.
I've tried. He only answers stuff occasionally. He probably gets a lot of DMs. But I didn't try anything like clarity. But he's Jason, open your message. There's news in there. He like recently is like living in New York now. He like just moved to New York. Yeah. Part-time.
Along with like everyone that's on The Bachelor, they moved to New York.
Well, because they all used to go to Nashville. Then there was like a little LA trend. And now they're all coming to New York. But
I don't know. Might work out.
Jason, if you see this, I might sound like a psychopath right now, but I promise.
Take her on a date.
I'm pretty cool and pretty funny.
She is the pretty and the funny in this. I'm just here as the side piece.
Yeah, she's my side piece. That's not what it was. She's my sidekick.
you know who my Bachelor crush is,
Yeah,
and he
but your
also lives
bachelor
very
crush
close
is
to me.
everybody's bachelor crush too. Because he was, I mean, he's second for me. I was obsessed with Jason, but Mr. Tyler Cameron. I heard he has a girlfriend. Rumor has it.
I did hear he has a girlfriend, which is I don't know why I have any kind of disappointment in that because I
Yeah,
also am married.
that's
But
actually true.
I just think I'm like, what if we would have met? You know?
No, I think that all the time. Like, what? Okay,
Yeah.
one of my friends, I went out to dinner with her and her friends, and they asked the question, if there's any famous person, like if you had met this famous person, like genuinely,
Yeah.
who do you think it is that you could make them fall in love with you and like genuinely be together?
I think Tyler Cameron.
Mine is Josh Allen.
I love it for us.
Okay, but at
Honestly,
first, you know who we said at first, and they all made fun of me because they didn't know who it was?
who?
Todd Smith.
Oh, Vlog
And
Squad.
don't you agree?
Yeah, I 100% agree.
I mean, that's basically all the people I've dated in my past.
I don't know why I have such a like blind confidence in myself that if we met, we would hit it off. I think that he
Yeah, I
likes
could see it.
I think that he likes a woman that is like spunky and like fun and because Hannah was like that.
Yeah, but then he dated Gigi Hadid and Paige Lorenz, which are all just like
Yes, but
stunning, beautiful blonde models. But he recently said he needs to go back to like the real woman, but not the real one, not real woman, but like the not models and Instagram models.
No, I know. That's when I heard that interview. I was like, we need to meet.
Yeah.
And then I forgot I was
And
married.
then you
So
had a husband.
yeah, but
Hey, his middle name is Jay. Tyler J. Cameron. You could move to LA with him.
I think that first I should see how the marriage goes. You know what I mean?
Well, I can tell you the medium already told you it's clearly heading for divorce. I mean, how many more signs do you need?
I feel so bad because we shit on my relationship and my husband so much, but
No, no,
I
no, no,
am very
no.
happy, guys.
No,
Let's
no, no.
let's like just make this clear.
Let's also make clear we don't feel bad at all because he hasn't watched a single episode.
That's true.
He's related familially
That's true.
to both of us. His parents have watched the episodes.
He watches our clips and stuff, but he doesn't watch the episode because he doesn't, I don't know.
Doesn't what?
He
Doesn't what? Me
I
and Tom are going to get in a fight one day. I
You've
keep going
been
to
in
solid core, though.
fights.
No, like a physical fight.
Oh, okay. Beat him down.
Down. Beat him up.
Like beat him down, like beat him down, curb
Give
stomp
him-
him.
Decatur. The Decatur's coming out.
I'm just kidding. I'm not a fighter. Speaking of curb stomping men, I nearly had to curb stomp a man a few weekends ago because for some reason men in Miami think that they can just like touch you.
Ugh.
And disgusting. I was at this cool bar, whatever, dancing with friends, and this guy was like creeping on me. And so then my friend's boyfriend moved me to the other side and he was like, hey, that guy's creepy. And I was like, cool. So I was dancing in another place. Basically, I ended up going to the bathroom and went to the other side of the bar to grab a drink after I got out of the bathroom. And he just shows up next to me being a weirdo and was like, hey. And I was like, hi. Like, ew. What do I do now? Because I'd already placed my order for my drink and I didn't want to just abandon it. So I'm like, okay,
Naturally.
well, I'll just grab my drink and I'll just get the hell out of here. And then he was like, who are you? Like, what's your LinkedIn? And I was like, LinkedIn.
LinkedIn. What is
I'm not
this?
trying to connect with you.
Like
I
a
don't wanna
work
be your
conference?
LinkedIn friend. Also, guy was creepy. I'm not giving you any of my information. So I said, see you later, alligator. Left him. It was very weird. He was creepy. And that was that. So then the next weekend, I'm out at a bar, packed. I'm with my friends. It's this packed, like very cool Miami bar.
Yeah.
And usually creepy people do not hang out there. And
Yeah.
so it was like, honestly, it was epic, big DJ night, whatever. And all of a sudden, I feel someone like grab my arm, not in an aggressive way, but like in a way like someone who knew me. I was like coming up to me, grabs my arm, pulls me in. It's dark. There's a lot of like strobe lights happening, whatever, and like kisses my neck. And I'm like, oh, who is this?
Tom?
Like, this must be one of my friends. Is this Tom? Did he just show up to the bar? Like, is it one of my girlfriends? Kissing me on the neck doesn't really happen, but like whatever.
Little
Maybe it
weird,
was a friend.
but
little weird,
drunk.
but like
Who knows?
It was a drunk friend of mine. And I look, and as the light flashes like slow motion on his face, I immediately chill up my spine. It's the guy from the bar
The
the
same, like
previous
the
weekend.
same guy from
The
the same
same
bar?
guy. We
Ew.
we were literally at a different bar, and he somehow finds me at this bar. And he was like, "Oh my God, do you remember me from last weekend?" And I said, "You better get the fuck away from me right now before I lose my shit." I was like, "Back the fuck up." This man literally like tongue
Ugh.
kissed my neck.
Ew, 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 ew. That's like literally giving me the heebie-jeebies. That's so gross.
I was so shook that I literally looked at my friend in the midst of being in this place. We just got there. I was so excited to be there. I just looked at her and I was like, "We have to leave right now."
That's
She's like, "Are you
scary.
okay?" And I was like, "We need to leave right now." Because at this point, I'm like, "Are you a stalker?"
No, literally. That's horrifying. Like, did
And
he
I
take a
said
piece of
to
your
him,
hair?
after I told him to get the fuck away from me, I said to him, I was like, "I don't know who you're talking about, but get away from me." Because I was trying to like basically pretend like he doesn't know me, like he never has seen me before. You know what I mean? Like I was just very
Yeah.
like thrown off, and I was like, "Ugh." And he goes, It is you. I remember your nails."
Ew.
I had nails on that were like metallic, like mirrored chrome nails. So they are very recognizable. But ew, that is so creepy.
That's so creepy. Ew, I really don't like that. That's really creepy.
Yeah, so
Like,
he's honestly lucky that it was so packed that I couldn't have fucking beat him down
oh,
because that is
yeah.
disgusting.
That's ew. I'm just like imagining someone like lick your neck. That, ugh,
It was
I would
so
whip around so fast and like freak out.
no,
I
but
think
that's
I
the
would have
thing
started
that
crying.
I almost started crying. It was such a packed room. I think that he's honestly lucky that it was a packed room because
Yeah.
I have a history of physically defending myself in
Throwing
situations
a
where
punch
I
or
get
two.
I've thrown a punch or two at men who have assaulted me,
Fair.
rightfully so.
Self-defense.
Self-defense is a thing. And I feel like I would have backhanded him if I had the space. It was really fucking creepy, and I hope I never see him again because if I do, I'm like gonna straight up take a picture of
It's
him
on
and
site.
like turn him in.
This man is
He
following me.
Men do not understand not to fuck with me, and they think that I may be the person to fuck with, and I'm not. So just like announcement. If you see me in these streets, don't fuck with
Don't
me.
look at me. We should just do our back-to-backs. If you see
Yeah.
me in the street, don't look at me. We're a very
Don't look at
approachable
me.
podcast.
No, it's just like the creepy guys. Don't look at me.
Yeah, like say hi, but like don't fucking touch me. Just don't touch me.
That's the thing. Even if he wanted to hit on me and I thought he was creepy, like if you do it in a way that you're just like talking to me and you're not touching me,
Yeah.
then I can nice enough be like, "I'm not interested. Like I'm
Yeah.
good. See you later." Just like I did the first night. I was like, "No, I'm good," and I just like bounced. But like
Yeah.
if you're gonna touch me, like who the fuck do you think you are? Sometimes I just can't with men. Like I love
No.
my man,
Yeah.
but men,
I'm like I love men because I love men, but it's like I
yeah,
hate men. They're making it hard for me recently.
yes.
So
So
stay
stay
safe
safe out
out there, ladies. Well, on that lovely note, that's our episode. I hope
That's
you
our
enjoyed
episode.
it. I don't even know what this one's about, but honestly, I kind of had a fun time talking shit.
Yeah,
And
honestly, it was just talking shit.
that's it. And that's the Pretty Funny Pod. So please remember to follow us on all socials. Instagram at the Pretty Funny Pod, TikTok and YouTube Pretty Funny Pod, and follow our own personal socials at Francesca Faves and at As Jordan Sees It on both TikTok and Instagram. If you have any stories, crazy moments, crazy things you want us to talk about, please email us. Our email can be found on the Instagram and in the link tree in all of our bios.
Mhm.
And I think that's all the things I have to ask you to do. Oops, just kidding. One more. Please like, comment, share, rate, and talk about this podcast with every single person you know.
Review. And also, for those of you who have been like, how do I keep up with the podcast? I may have missed an episode. There's this little fun little bell button that you can push on Spotify. And I think there's one on Apple too that will alert you when our new episodes come out. So don't miss anything.
Woo!
And never forget,
She's Jordan, and she's pretty.
and she's Francesca, and she's funny. And
Bye.
together, we're the Pretty Funny Podcast. We love you guys, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Oh.
Why do you have balloons? Oh, why do you have balloons? Didn't even know that was a feature here.